We've got a new addition to Flipperama HQ. The machine that you see before you now is a Jurassic Park home pin from Stern. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't blame you. In United Kingdom terms, this is a machine that's really shrouded in mystery. I'll give you the backstory behind this particular version of a pinball machine to the best of my ability without reading directly from the Stern website. Now, it's a home pin, and by that, what I think they mean is a pinball machine which is designed for the home location rather than out on site in an amusement arcade or in a bar or something like that. Now, I don't know how many machines these days go into bars and arcades. I'm guessing a very, very small percentage of those that are produced by Stern and everybody else. I would imagine that the vast majority of games that they produce go into people's homes, or man caves, games rooms, whatever the case may be. So I believe the idea of this was to make it a little bit more accessible and hopefully something just slightly smaller that would fit into the home. So I'm going to give you my first impressions on this video. I've not switched it on yet. I've not played a game. I don't know what to expect at all. Just like you, I've read some things about it online, but one came up yesterday and I've got to say the temptation was too good to refuse. I might love it, keep it. I might dislike it and move it on instantly. I don't know. Look, you know what it's like. If you've been a regular watcher of this channel, you've seen Iron Maiden come and go very quickly. You've seen The Walking Dead depart within a day. So I don't know what this holds. My first impressions of it, and we'll do everything aside from first impressions. We'll give you a little playfield tour. I'll take you around the game. I've purposely aligned it next to two standard-sized pinball machines. We've got a Stern X-Men, which is a 2012 release. And then we've got my trusty old Deadpool there, which is, I don't know, 3 years old. Something like that, maybe a bit. But anyway, we've got two modern machines there and two what you'd call standard size machines. And I've lined them up and I'm filming it in this way so as you can see now. But as I say, we'll look at the playfield, we'll do some gameplay as well, and go on a voyage of discovery. Now, the first thing that I noticed about this machine is, you'll have seen it now, the back box is considerably shorter. Now, firstly, I don't mind that at all. In fact, as you'll see, I'm quite restricted for height in here anyway. You'll see on the top of those games, there's no space for a topper. Even just behind me, Dolly Parton, which is actually even taller than this game, fits perfectly in there because the ceiling, the roof slopes down that way. Back boxes, I think, when they were initially designed, were housing an awful lot of circuitry. And they probably needed to be the size that they were. They don't need to be that big anymore. You open up, take out the back glass to any modern Stern machine, and basically the back box is empty, really. How much of the space inside a modern Stern is filled up? 10%, if that. So I think that's a good idea. I wish they were all like this. So, but it looks noticeably smaller. I think the thing that has surprised me, though, is how similar in size it is to the other machines. And I've got to say, having lifted it in here, there's not an awful lot of difference in weight. Have I put it on the scales? No, I haven't. But I didn't lift this up and think, oh, that's considerably lighter. What you have here, what I can notice, and I did check it out because I've taken the glass, the playfield glass off, so as I can show you around on the playfield itself. One thing I did notice straight away with this is that the playfield is exactly the same size. I've had a look, I've checked it out. So I think the idea with this game is to have a regular sized game, let's put it that way, a standard sized pinball machine and playfield within a smaller footprint. And it does have a smaller footprint. So I'll add some additional footage to this as I'm talking now. Once I edit this in post-production, I'll edit in some additional footage so you can see around, but you might even just be able to see from this angle as I'm stood here. Not only is the back box shorter, the machine itself is, I would say that there is probably 2-3 inches shorter. So this one protrudes out another 2 or 3 inches. There's standard legs on there, standard Stern legs, and the flippers, certainly as far as I can see, are exactly the same as the ones either side of the machine. So I guess what they're doing is, firstly, I've noticed the back of it, the pitch of the cabinet seems to be slightly different, which is allowing them to push it further back. And I don't believe, and I don't know because I haven't investigated yet, normally when you pull a playfield up on a standard Stern machine, there's some space between the backboard and the back of the cabinet. I would imagine that has decreased, which is where they've got this space from here. I think there's not a lot more I can say without taking you around and taking the camera off of its tripod there and spinning it around here so as you can have a closer look. But what I would notice straight away, because I will be holding the camera when I do that, is the lock bar is completely different, absolutely different. I'm not sure whether it is plastic or whether it's either metal. It's very tough. It's very hard, which leads me to believe it might not be plastic. I don't know. It had a similar feel to when we went and played Thunderbirds at Tony and Mike's club, which is of course Home Pin, isn't it? Ironically, which is what this is, isn't it? So yeah, it's a similar feel to that. Aside from that, everything else is as you would expect it there. I think you'll notice possibly that it's slightly lower as well. Maybe that's the other thing. Maybe this machine is 2 inches. Maybe not. I'm looking at it as they're next to each other. The playfield doesn't look considerably lower. So I think where you'd normally have your art blades, there's possibly less space there. If you've seen any of the promotional material that Stern have produced for these home pins, because you have this one, the Jurassic Park, and also there's a Star Wars version. You'll often see the family gathered round, looking all excited, and there'll be a little child. I say a little child. They generally are children, aren't they? Little. So there'll be a standard-sized child playing the game. So I think that's what they're looking to encourage. That being said, and I've got children myself, standard-sized ones as well. My 8-year-old stands on a little box, less so now, but she's traditionally stood on a little box to play standard size machines. I think she still need her box for this. It's only a little bit smaller, and for that reason, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, to use a sporting term, in terms of, is it a home run in terms of producing a machine that's noticeably smaller for the home environment? I think not. So I'm looking at it now and I'm seeing almost a standard sized pinball machine. So I guess what we need to do is take that camera off its perch and really find out if this Stern Jurassic Park home pin, which is designed, should I say, by Deadflip. Is that his name? I think his name's Jack Danger. Produced by Deadflip. We're about to find out if this game is a gimmick designed for the home, or is it a real pinball machine? Okay, let's have a little look at it. Now, I think the first thing I'd like to point out is, I don't know how well you can see the back there, but I just really want to make the point that the back legs here are pushed against the back of that wall. They're resting against it in exactly the same way as X-Men is. So, I think the first thing to maybe point out here is, can you see the hinge, the back box hinge, back box hinge? Easy if I can speak. That's metal. But it's very, very different, isn't it? If you look from there to there. You can now start to see, when I discuss the pitch, there's the height difference in the back box. But you can also just see the pitch is just slightly different. If I get down to the level here, hopefully you can see the height difference in it. It's not a lot. I'm now exactly level with the pinball machines. It's not a lot. So you'll have to excuse the reflection. It's the only one I'm going to be able to record it. But you can see here the artwork on the cabinet. Looks very nice. Really nice. I mean, it just looks like a pinball machine. Maybe not a Stern because of those hinges there. There you go. Now, the first thing, probably, well, I'll say the first thing, it's not the first thing I'm pointing out at all, is it? The second thing to point out is these rails. They are definitely plastic. They are. I should probably say this is. I think this is cheaper. I should have gone and checked out my pricing. Go and check it out on the Stern website. These are cheaper than a regular pinball machine, but you know, I guess with the prices as high as they are, that's going to be no bad thing. They've clearly cut their corners somewhere, and we'll have a look at exactly where they've done it. Now, I can't verify this. I believe it's made out of a different type of wood. I think the playfield is possibly even made out of MDF with a clear coat on it. Now, what is evident straight away is that this is most certainly a different material to this. This feels more robust. That's why I don't know if there's any metal in it. It feels colder. This is definitely plastic though, there. Let's take a little look just down here first. Okay. I don't know why there's a coin door on here. I get it's just for access. I guess they're just so used to putting coin doors on. I mean, there's no coins, are there? It's not made to go on location. So there's that. Now, what must always be done... Hold on, that's annoying. There we go. We've got to test the twanger, haven't we? Let's have a look. Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely, lovely action on the twanger there. We'll get Zippy to have a go at that in a separate video. He does love a twanger, does Zippy. So, moving upwards, here we've got the action button. Now, the other thing you'll notice is there's no start button, so we start from here. Well, obviously, because it says start. No apron like you'd have in an arcade, because I guess they're not going to change the prices of it, because there are no prices, because it can't accept coins. So you have an instruction card on here. Now, I'm gonna speak to you like you don't know, but you all do know. Stern Pinball already have a Jurassic Park machine, so clearly this is stolen some of the modes, some of the artwork. Why reinvent the wheel? Basically, I guess is the question there. So it's a different version of their Jurassic Park game, which is of course is designed by Keith Elwin. Now, do you know what I think we'll do? You see the screen there? The screen is considerably smaller. If you see that there, that's it there. And if we look over here, you'll see the size of that screen there. I'm not sure how much it's going to bother me. I'm not good enough to look at the screen during games, as I say regularly. But what I'm going to do is turn it on. I'm going to have to do this one-handed. I'm going to gamble. Oh, sorry, let me show you the back glass there quickly first. I'm going to gamble that the switch is there. It is. Okay, let's see what it does. Oh, she's off. Okay. I heard a little pop on the speakers there. Jurassic Park pin, English. I mean, not many of these. One or two of these in the country, as I understand it. So it's too good to resist in that sense. I was a bit nervous now, to be honest. There we go, Grand Champion Jack Danger. I've actually just realised I've obviously not balanced up the machine, so before we do the gameplay, I'll get the levels on it and just check everything. Shall we look at the playfield? Okay, what have we got here? So it looks like standard slingshots. I mean, the flippers just look exactly the same. In lanes, out lanes. Some inserts there. 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. I guess that's playfield multipliers, must be, I'd imagine. The sort of light show that you would expect. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Can you see that there? There's a little gate there, and I think there is. You'd probably be able to see it better than me because you're lower down because you are the camera. And there's a little target in the back there. So there's a little secret section. And if we look here on the left, we've got a bank of 3 targets. Like computers, aren't they? Desktop computers there. Okay. So have a look around. What appears to be an orbit. And then a ramp. Now, I've seen this ramp I say I've seen it. I've seen the ramp on the promo video. The ball goes up here, rounds the back of that T-Rex, and jumps. There's a gap. Can you see it? Jumps over there, and then comes back down, and down the wire form here. It looked pretty cool when I saw the promo video. Then we have a spinner. And look at this. This is cool. Super jackpot there, with 3 targets in front of it, and a mean looking. It's not Godzilla, is it? You know what I mean. 2 target. What's his name? This is a T-Rex. 2 targets either side of Mr. T-Rex. Some pop. Was there 2 pop bumpers? I think that might be 2 pop bumpers there. A mosquito target, which you can hopefully see there. Got that right? Can you see that? Yes, there, behind that flashing light. I mean, initial impressions, there's quite a lot going on in what I would consider to be, you know, a sort of toy pin, a gimmick pin. Can't wait to play it. I'm just fun to stop doing this video, actually. Little ramp that looks, let's be honest, not dissimilar to a George Gomez ramp, like on Deadpool over there, or Batman. Do you see that? There it goes up and comes round. Just see what I mean? Just have a look. Well, bearing in mind we've got Deadpool here. I mean, it does look like that, doesn't it? It's a similar thing going on there. Then we got a captive ball. Obviously taking the glass off, as I mentioned. Captive ball there. And then another. Will it orbit? Is that orbiting? I'm not entirely sure. I guess it will. I'm quite interested to see this, actually. And let's just touch the play because it's got a clear coat on it. I guess it'd be impossible to tell what timber it's made of. This is really interesting. I think this bit looks really cool here. Just show you a little bit more. I want to show you as much of the game as possible. A sticker, I don't like that, to be honest. That sticker on there, but hey, I don't like the start button either. But I mean, I didn't expect to. As you see, I've had to relegate. Zippy has been relegated to buy the door. I've had to basically, to get this in, to line it up, I had to move everything out of here. So there you go. Hopefully it's given you a little bit of an idea. I'll show you the depth of it as well. Hopefully you can see that there. Can you see? Hopefully you can see that there. That's what we're dealing with. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Should we have a game? I think we should. Okay, this is about as good as the camera's going to get for this one. We will do a more extensive video on this. As soon as Spencer was up here 3 days ago. Once Spencer comes up, we'll do a more extensive interview, and I've got another pair of hands for camera work, basically. So please excuse the angle. It's the best I can do, really, for the moment. Otherwise, if I put 2 or 3 cameras on it, I'm going to be editing loads of footage, and I'd quite like to get this video out today, actually. So let's just go with it. I'm going to press start, which is just down here, just off camera slightly. Hopefully both flippers are in. I think they are. Okay, so the screen. In fact, do you know what? Let me just show you that screen just quickly now. Let me just loosen the camera off a bit. Hopefully you can see that. So it's a smaller version of that map. It looks exactly the same as the main game, basically. Right, let's just get that back on the playfield here. As I say, we'll do the screen. We'll do a more extensive video at another time. Hopefully you've got everything in there. I think that covers the whole playfield pretty much. Let's have a go. So, okay, so I'm going to plunge it. Okay, so just into the pop bumper lanes at the top. Okay. Well, the flippers feel exactly the same. Oh, nice. Oh, there's that little section. So there's your targets. Oh, wow, it's fast. It's very fast. Oh, so I actually got it underneath where the T-Rex is. It says 2 more for multi-ball. So clearly there's a multi-ball there, which so you got your 3 targets in front of T-Rex. And I think that little bit on the right is basically like the Raptor pen, where it was on the left, obviously, on the main Jurassic Park game. Oh. Oh, it's quite. It's like a bit like Attack from Mars. That little aperture there. You see, you're gonna have to be good to get it out. Okay, I mean, I think first things to say. Oh, hello, a little loop in there. It just feels like a pinball machine. I mean, it doesn't. And maybe that's not an orbit. Who knows? That's a nice little loop there on a spinner. That's cool. Oh, that's nice. And I don't really know what I'm doing here. Okay, so shoot one more for T-Rex multi-ball. I've just noticed something as well. So you know in the main game, I like that rap. You got, it spells chaos. You've got that same chaos thing going on, but obviously on different shots. So he wants me to hit that shot there. I wonder if you can. You can actually backhand that. That's interesting. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. I like it. So I would have tried to do a better save there, but if I really try and slap save that, or whatever it's called, I won't end up whacking the camera. Well, that's a really interesting first. I wonder, actually, if it's got a skill shot, the old left flipper. Let's try that one, shall we? The old Deadpool skill shot. Goes it? It does! It does! Okay, so that time it didn't go all the way round, because obviously it didn't have enough momentum. It dropped down into the lanes at the top. See if we can get this multi-ball as well. So I can see, I don't know if you can see it on the left there, the sort of computer screens are lit. Oh, is it gonna? Okay, it wasn't even brutal. This feels like a pinball machine. As I say, this doesn't. The footprint may be smaller. I don't feel like I'm playing a smaller pinball machine at the moment. Let's try the skill shot again. Which I got it. It says on the screen super skill shot. Okay, I've got a ball saved there. I don't know if you can see the light there. The animations are so similar to the standard Jurassic Park. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. I wanted to get wanted to see about multi-ball then. Okay, that's not bad at all. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll play a second game. I'm going to change maybe I'll change the camera angle slightly. Give it another just another perception basically. Okay, normally I wouldn't do it on this angle, but do you know what? What the hell? I'm quite excited to play it, and I'd quite like the camera out of the way. Okay, let's start again. Let's try this skill shot. Oh, didn't get that time. Oh, I'll tell you what I did notice there was the smart missile shot. Remember the smart missile shot from the main game? That captured balls. Damn it. Come on. Oh, got the ball save. As I say, the standard, whatchamacallit, animations. I do like that little inner loop, it has to be said. Right, good shot. Go on, 3 times, why not? And then an orbit. Oh, there's a bit of flow on this game. There's a bit of flow here. Damn it. I like it. I do like this game. Excellent. Was not expecting this at all. Oh! T-Rex's mouth opens. T-Rex's mouth opens. This is a mech. Wow. Okay. Skill shot again. Oh, I'll tell you what. Go on, again. Okay, just push my luck. It's a great orbit, that. Something about the Triceratops. Oh dear, I keep losing the ball in the same way. Sorry, I'm actually really enjoying this. I don't know how much you can see from that angle. Probably ought to stop playing and get this video up. Come on, ball save. Thank you. I'm not noticing it. I mean, I can move it a little, maybe a little bit more than other machines, but it doesn't feel. Oh, for Pete's sake! It doesn't feel like a gimmick. Far from it. I'm playing pinball here. This is a pinball machine. I'll have another game. One more. Should we do one more? Tell you what I'll do. I'll change the angle slightly for this so you can get a bit of screen on there. Okay, this is only going to be any use really if you're on a watching it on a big TV or something, because there's no way you're going to see this screen. But it's well, I can see it fine. Obviously, from where I'm here, you're not going to see. If you're watching this on a mobile phone, you're not going to be able to see that screen. No doubt about it. But for those of you that are going to watch this on your telly, might be nice for you to see it. Right, let's have a game. The skill shot, left flipper down. Oh, it taunted me. You can see that's exactly the same animation, that ball save animation as the main game. Again, why would you reinvent the wheel if it works so well? Okay, I'd love to be able to get a... Maybe I'll just try and shoot for... Oh, he got it! I wasn't expecting that. He dispensed it from his mouth. Was not expecting that at all. Do you know what? I've just realised I didn't balance up the machine at all, so I couldn't attest to whether that's correct or not. Should we have a little look? Well, it's not going to be a million. Oh, okay. Well, that's that there. Oh, well, it's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad, is it? So what's it? Okay, and that's on a pitch of 655. That is there, just in case you were wondering. That's not actually the level I would normally use for that. I did not realise it had a mechanism in it. I really didn't. I mean, that is a real added bonus, that. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. I mean, I think you get this game to play it. I don't think you get in this game modding it. I think you play it. I will tell you this much, though. Oh, that was a good one. Supply drop there. I will tell you this much. This is fun. Is it going to do that again? Okay, that's cool. Oh, I don't know if you saw that then. So when you light the lanes at the top, rather than it being times in a bonus, it's going to give you a playfield multiplier. There you go. Oh no, it hasn't. Sorry, I got that wrong. Damn it, I should have been concentrating. So I got distracted then. I should have been going for that multi-ball. I don't know how I'm going to turn it up to 4 ball. Oh, we can. Hold on. Should we have a little look at the menu? It's like a normal menu, only smaller. Where is it? Balls per game. So it's the first one on there. I'll tell you what. Let's do that. Let's be naughty. Let's stick it on a 5-ball game, so as we can do it. This video is getting increasingly longer. Apologies. Come on in. Let's do it. Oh, skill shot. Like it. Ball save. I'm not being gentle with this machine either. I'm moving it as... Oh no. Okay. Mind you, I could have dealt with that. I should have done something then. Oh, okay, so it's not got the auto plunge on it, so I'll plunge that again. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Raptor pen integrity was 50% then. Sorry, the whole point of doing the 5 balls was to get this bloody multi-ball, and I keep getting distracted. That's such a good shot. That's a great shot. It's like on any level, on any pinball machine. Oh damn, that didn't lock in there. In any pinball machine, that is a great shot by any standards. That round the top there, up that ramp. It's not going to be the only thing with a little jump in it, is it? There are others, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Oh, that'll teach me. Got to test these things out, haven't you? Oh, okay, Raptor pen integrity. That's a great shot. I know I've said it already, but Raptor pen integrity is 33%. It said. It's harder. It's harder than it. It's probably not. I was going to say it's harder than you'd think. That trying to get that T-Rex multi-ball. I'm not going to get it now, am I? I haven't got it. I noticed the targets went back up as well. Oh, come on. Okay, you've got the smart missile shot there as well, which I think didn't quite get it then. Too little, too late, I'm afraid. Oh, you damn it. Right, anyway, there you go. I'm not going to keep trying. Well, I will. I'm just going to do it after I've uploaded this video. That is so much better than I thought it would be. That is really good. That's a fun pinball. I was going to say little pinball. I guess it is a little one, but, you know, look, make no mistake about it. If you don't have enough room for a pinball machine and you think you're going to get this, and it's going to make all the difference, it's not. It's 5 inches shorter and 2 inches less in length. It's really more or less. Let me just take the camera off here for the final. Oh, excuse me. There you go. I mean, more or less, it's taking up the same space. I'm sure you can see that. I'm sure that's evident from here. Apart from that height, it's taking up the same space as these alongside it. But that's a really nice pinball machine.